Hi everyone, so I've been nominated to do the Little Bit of Everything tag by an anonymous tech who doesn't want to do it on YouTube but wants me to do it apparently. So here we go. Do you keep up with the Kardashians? I don't keep up per se as in I don't watch the programme, but I read a lot of papers online and celeb groups and things like that, so I get to know what's going on with them and normally keep quite up to date with them without actually watching the programme. If you could have an old muscle car, which one would you choose? The Mustang Shelby GT500, because it's just hot. Really, really hot. Do you curse like a sailor when the camera isn't rolling? I wish I could say no, but I do curse like a sailor. Worse, probably. There are limits to the words that I'll use, but I have joked at times that I was going to do an outtakes video of all the little profanities that I say when things go wrong. At least the only benefit I have is that I've been compared to Joanna Lumley when I swear, so I guess at least I sound ladylike. I guess. If your significant other gave you a hall pass, who would you use it on, be honest? Currently, it would be Gerard Butler, because he's a fine, fine specimen of a gentleman. It used to be Michael Bublé because I found his voice really sexy. What is the one thing you hate to admit? Only those closest to me know that I have really low self-confidence, and now everyone who watches YouTube does know too. But I fight against it because I want to achieve my dreams, and we only have one life, so we need to learn to live it. So I push myself out of my comfort zone to do these things. Do you really brush your teeth in the morning and at night, be honest? Yes, totally. I have a bit of a funny OCD about having fluffy teeth. You know when they feel like manky and fluffy? I have a thing about that, so it's part of my routine that as soon as I get out of the shower, I brush my teeth. If my teeth feel manky during the day, I brush them again. And if I'm going out somewhere, I will brush them again. What is your go-to drink at Starbucks? I'm not actually a fan of Starbucks. I find the coffee a bit bitter. So I prefer a Costa, and if I'm having a Costa, I have a large one-shot skinny latte because I don't like my coffee too strong, but I do like a milky coffee because I'm a delicate little flower like that. Is your current hair colour your real hair colour? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. I had a semi-permanent colour on it, which was a red anyway, but a semi-permanent colour on it about 4 months ago, and I'm pretty sure that all of it's washed out by now. If you could swap bodies with someone, who would it be and why? This is a bit of a tie here. Michelle Keegan and Kelly Brook. Michelle Keegan has the most amazing figure and is really toned, but Kelly Brook's got this beautiful nipped-in womanly figure with a gorgeous waist and gorgeous bust and nice curvy hips, and I think she's just the epitome of a natural, beautiful woman. And I think, yeah, probably Kelly Brook. Michelle Keegan if I was wearing fitted pants, but Kelly Brook otherwise. Have you read 50 Shades of Grey? If so, what did you think? I wasn't going to read it. I was completely against it because I'd heard it was poorly written and repetitive. But every time I sat down with a new client at the time, or even existing client when I was doing nails, the first thing that they asked me would be, have you read 50 Shades of Grey? And as soon as I said no, the conversation seemed to stop dead. So for research purposes and for the benefits of my clients, I did read it when I was about 38 weeks pregnant. And it was repetitive, and it wasn't the best written book I've read, but it was addictive, and I did end up reading the other two as well, because I wanted to know how the story finished and what happened to them all. So yeah, I read all three, I did enjoy them, and I will be going to watch the movie. Not with hubby, apparently. Do you crack your knuckles? No, can't stand it, turns my stomach, hate it when anyone does it in front of me. Have you accidentally text messaged someone something you were supposed to be sending to your significant other? No, I'm dead careful with things like that. But I have accidentally sent a joking, abusive message meant for a close friend to a client, which was okay actually because the client happened to also be a friend, so I got away with that one, and it taught me a huge lesson to be really, really careful in future. Have you ever created a fake profile to creep on someone? Not my proudest confession, but yeah, I did a few years ago. Bit naughty, but very funny. Which is your weakness, cookies or pastries? I am not a big fan of either. Again, it's the gluten-y thing, because they just make me feel rank after I've eaten them. But if I had to choose between the two, I'd go for a croissant with a cup of coffee, because it's nicer, really. Or a pan of chocolate, because then you get chocolate and pastry. What do you love about yourself? This is a difficult one, but I guess it would be that I have a really positive attitude. I'm a big believer in karma, to the point where I always wear my karma necklace there, which is the circle which represents what goes around comes around. And I'm a big believer in that, of treating others how you want to be treated. Also, I'm a big believer in que sera, sera, that if something is meant to be, then you can't force it to happen if it's not meant to. But if it is meant to happen, you can't stop it. And it makes life a lot easier to deal with, because you just go with the flow then. Do you match your nail polish to your toenail polish? No, not normally. I can't remember the last time I did, actually, to be honest. I prefer to coordinate them, so they coordinate together, but they don't actually physically match. Tell us a few things about you that people would be surprised to know. I'm quite an open person, so most people tend to know most things about me. But I guess perhaps I used to be a semi-professional singer for a number of years, which was quite fun, quite funky. Meant I never got a night out, because when everyone else was having a night out, I was singing. And also I used to be a train driver, and that's how I met my husband, because he's a train driver too. Heels or flats? Heels every single time, because I'm 5'4", so I'm quite small. My husband's over 6 foot. And I think I walk better in heels. I think most people do. You tend to sashay in heels, whereas I clump a bit in flats, which isn't very ladylike or elegant, really. If you could do anything for one day and money wasn't an option, how would you spend your day and dream big? I thought about this one quite a bit, and initially I thought like a beautiful desert island in Barbados with waiter service. And then I realised, actually, if I could do absolutely anything, it would be to go to space. Because I think to experience the zero gravity, to see the Earth from space would be amazing. We get very wrapped up in our lives sometimes and forget the bigger picture, and I think that would help you realise the bigger picture. And to see the stars from space where there's no lights disturbing them would just be breathtaking. Well, I think so anyway. What was the last YouTube video you watched? It was one on creating makeup organisers by Encore Makeup, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's a little bit fiddly, but I think he's created a great way of doing it, and I've got the same makeup drawers, which are Helmer from IKEA, as he's got, so I will get around to doing this at some point, because I'm really OCD and I love everything being organised. It makes me happy inside. Do you have road rage? Not all the time, only for road hoggers. I spend quite a bit of time travelling up and down the country, and my biggest bugbear is people that sit in the outside lane trundling at 50 miles an hour when they could pull into the other lanes. And as it's legal to undertake, I don't undertake, so instead I'm sat behind them with the other 2 lanes clear, and that really does tend to get my goat. And also when you see someone driving quite poorly and you go past them and they're on their phone, that really bugs me. If it's that important, pull over and answer it. So there you go, rant over. What's your favourite rock and roll song? I'd say rock as opposed to rock and roll, but it would have to be Welcome to the Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. I loved it when it first came out. I love all the different feels in the song, and every time I hear it, still now, I just can't help myself singing along and dancing. It's a bit of a sad dance, it's a bit of a mum dance, but I love it. It evokes good emotions in me, that song. Who was your first kiss and do you still talk to them? First kiss would have been Gareth Maxwell in high school. Sorry, Gareth. We were about 13 or 14, I think. And do I still talk to him? I don't talk to him per se, but he is on my Facebook, so we do comment on each other's stuff from time to time. If you could have one YouTuber's closet, who would it be? Well, it wouldn't actually be a YouTuber, it'd be a blogger, and it would be 5 inch and up, because I love her style. It's elegant and quirky and just beautiful. I love it. I would just pick her closet, maybe in a bigger size though, to fit me. If you could have one YouTuber's makeup collection, who would it be? In a heartbeat, Hollie Wakeham, because she's just got fabulous makeup. I love what she does in her tutorials and her videos. So yeah, it'd be Hollie. Do you have a nickname? I have many nicknames, some repeatable, some not on camera. Normally they consist of Ginge, which is really imaginative, Nat, Tash. I have one friend that calls me Big G, which I was initially offended by, but she informed me it's because I was gangster. And as you can probably tell listening to me and watching this video, I am very gangster. What is the best thing about your YouTube channel? I would hope it's achievable and accessible. While I'm a professional nail tech and beauty therapist, I hope that what I teach anyone can have a go at. They have the confidence to give it a go because I hope that I explain things clearly and simply for them. How many cars have you had and what were they? They're not the most funky array of cars, but my first car was a Vauxhall Nova, not the really groovy, racy type, but the really sad one with a saloon and lots of rust holes all over it. Then I had a VW Passat, which I thought was the absolute bee's knees because it was big and I felt grown up in it. Then I had a Rover Metro because it was cheap insurance and I was young. Then I had, what did I have then? Oh, I've had a few Ford Escorts. They were really, really bad. Then you can tell when I had kids because I ended up with a Ford Galaxy, then a Ford C-Max. Both of them were atrocious. And now I have a Mini Countryman, which has been my favourite car so far because it's like a Mini, but on steroids. It's like, and I really like it and I can fit all the kids in it, which helps because you can't leave any of them behind anywhere, not really legally anyway. What's your favourite pizza? I don't tend to eat pizza because I'm gluten sensitive and it makes me feel bleh. But I love a chicken kebab with salad. If you could have one lipstick for the rest of your life, which lipstick would you choose? I do have quite a lot of lipsticks, but I'd go for a lip coating. And what it would actually be would be Benefit Benetint, which is more designed for your cheeks as a cheek stain. But I find it's lovely on your lips and I'm wearing it at the moment with a slicker lip gloss over it. I think it gives your lips a really natural, beautiful blush and it lasts just most of the day, even when you put stuff over it. So that's sort of one of my go-to products. Even when I've only have a couple of minutes to apply a quick slick of makeup on the school run, I normally use some of that on my lips because it stops me looking like a corpse, really, which with my colouring happens quite frequently. So there you go, a little bit of everything about me. I'm going to nominate Kate Dix of YouTube channel DixieGirlxox, Steve Grady of stevegrady.org, Hollie Wakeham, because I love Hollie and she's fun and she's just such a nice girl when you meet her, and because I reckon hers would be really funny, and Karen from LiverpoolLashes, because Karen, you need to get in front of that camera, babe. It's time you did. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.